Supreme Court ruling that federal regulators exceeded their authority in seeking to limit emissions from coal plants. Decision curtails the executive branch's power to make rules to address climate change. Joining us right now for the impact on the energy sector is Amrita Sen, Energy Aspects founder and director of research. Let's dig into this decision just to try to better understand. I know there's so many energy companies literally just having meetings with their lawyers right now trying to understand what the implications are. How do you see this?
Look, this is not going to impact oil at all, oil markets at all, not even gas to that extent. And for us, the main thing is that because the Biden administration is anyway going to overhaul the regulation, yes, of course, it's an important headline, but it actually doesn't change kind of near-term markets whatsoever.
What does it do? You know, so many companies, large and small, around the country have, of course, made pledges around 2050 and things like this, around carbon emissions and the like. Mm-hmm. How do you think that changes, if it does at all, as a result of this?
Well, I don't think at the company level it should change anything. Of course, what it will do, and again, it just adds that additional layer of uncertainty, something the market has been grappling with for some time. And I think this is one of the big reasons why investment overall in the energy space is dwindling, because we just don't have the clarity around, even with these kind of net zero targets, but what about just around regulation, you know, and whether the government intervention, at what level governments are going to intervene, whether they get overturned, just like we've seen right now. So I do think, especially right here, right now, with such high energy prices across the board, companies should be wanting to invest more. And kind of decisions like this is yet another instance why the uncertainty and the regulatory uncertainty is keeping them from investing.
Amrita, this is like coal-fired plants, I think, in large part. I'm wondering whether this narrow decision affects the rest of the oil and gas group. But I don't think that's the point. I think the point is that the SEC climate rules, if they were to institute them, are now called into question, because I don't think they can do it now. And Treasury, about funding, and wherever you want to look, any agency that had planned on getting involved in the regulatory landscape for carbon dioxide, they want Congress involved, the Supreme Court anyway.
Yeah, because otherwise you just, again, it goes back to, you know, how do you make investment decisions, which, by the way, could be 10, 20-year returns. If you know just in a few years' time it could be overruled. Absolutely. You're right.
Amrita, one of the things that's obviously been a hot topic among investors has been the prospect that the SEC is going to be, and this goes to, I think, Joe's point, but requiring all sorts of disclosures. Now, that may not be regulations per se in the guise of exactly what a company can or cannot do, but could require them to make such disclosures around climate. Do you believe that those disclosure efforts, if in fact that's what the SEC pursues, and obviously they have been pursuing that, that would be something that would, I'm sure someone would seek to take them to task and go to court over it, but from your sort of reading of the ruling, do you think the SEC has the authority to do that?
Sorry, I think, yes, it could do it, but look, I think the market is headed that way anyways. If you look at a lot of the companies, you know, let's talk about U.S. shale producers, they are already, because of their own internal metrics, be it shareholder pressure or just be it around what the company wants to achieve, they are disclosing more and more around emissions targets, around what their goals are. So I'm not sure that's necessarily going to be at odds with, even if there were to be a directive. I don't think that's the concern over here. It's much more whether some of these rulings can stick, can they get then overruled, and what kind of an investment climate overall are we setting up for, especially in a situation where there's a broader energy crunch going on.